Hello everyone. I have developed an embedded machine learning model to predict the battery life cycle. For this project, I have used Edgeimpulse software and the Arduino Nano 33 BLE Sense to collect the data from the battery, and I have trained my model in Edgeimpulse. Then I have deployed back to my Arduino. Then it could predict the estimated life cycle within a shorter time. Let's go a little deeper about how I built this prototype from scratch to the deployment and the future application support that. This is the complete overview of my project where I have connected a lithium-ion battery to the load, and I have collected a voltage data from the Arduino Nano BLE Sense. Then I have trained my linear regression model in Edgeimpulse. Then it could detect the discharge capacity in bonds. Then using a normal linear interpolation formula, I could able to predict the life cycle. So let's go a little deeper here. I will use a lithium-ion battery 2500 mAh one, and the nominate voltage will be a 3.7. Like when we connect to the load, when it is a fully charged, the output voltage will be 3.7 volt, and the cutoff voltage, like when it drops down to 2.75, then the battery is drained completely. So the total capacity is discharged completely. So then we could assume that the 2.75 volt is the complete discharge cycle from the charge to discharge. And so this is the little deeper one. And I have connected a load as with a constant current as a 1 amps. So let's go into the hardware setup. In the hardware setup, I have used a 125 ohm resistor, which can be an adjustable one, and 18650 lithium-ion battery, and Arduino Nano 33 BLE Sense. I have connected a normal voltage sensor. This value will be data acquisition is done using a normal ADC voltage, ADC reading from the voltage sensor. Here I have connected my battery to the load just directly in the ground and the VCC. Then I can adjust this rheostat so that the current consumption will be always a constant current 1 amps. Then I have connected my voltage sensor across this. Then I could able to collect the voltage value here. So this is how the normal connection looks like. So the battery, the constant current mode, and this is the load and the voltage sensor. The voltage sensor output A0 it will be connected to the A0 pin of the Arduino Nano BLE Sense. So let's see how the discharge capacity is related with the life cycle. So if you see here, if you take the 18650 type for a 2500 mAh battery, in the starting, if the life cycle is less than 100, then we could see that discharge capacity will be around a maximum 2500 mAh. But when the life cycle is dropped down to, when they have used the battery for more than 600 times, when the life cycle is 600 or greater than that, the discharge capacity will be reduced to 2000 mAh. So that's how this graphs will looks like. This is taken from the data sheet of the 18650 battery, which is common for most of the types of lithium-ion battery. And in a conventional method to predict the life cycles, they used to connect to the load, and they will keep on discharging from the fully charged to the 0%. So let's take this is the 2500 mAh battery. When it is connected to 1 amps load, then it will take around 2 hours 30 minutes. Like for example, 1 hour 1000 mAh will be discharged. For 2.5 hours 2500 mAh charge capacity will be completely discharged. So based on that, they could able to predict, okay, at which time that the battery voltage drops down to 2.75, then that is the cutoff time. Then they could able to just correlate the time taken to the discharge capacity. From the discharge capacity, as I mentioned, we could able to predict the battery life cycle. So this is the normal conventional method. For this, they need to discharge it completely from 100% to 0%. So this is how it has happened. And in my modeling, in my TinyML model, I have used a Edgeimpulse software, and I used the same hardware, but I have used an Arduino Nano 33 BLE Sense, which could collect the data, battery voltage, and in the Edgeimpulse, what I have done is I just needed 30 minutes data. So let's say the battery voltage curve. So from the 30th minute to the 1 hour, that 30 minutes frame, I have collected the battery voltage for every 1 minute time. It's like a sample time will be a 1 minute. So that data will be trained in the Edgeimpulse. So that will predict what is the estimated voltage after 1 hour. So using that, we can correlate and find the when the battery will get discharged completely. So based on that, we could able to find the estimated the life cycle within 1 hour or within 1 hour of time, because we're going to just get the 30 minutes of data. So we could able to save 1.5 hours of time for a single battery. So in a let's say how I'm going to train. So I've used a regression model using edge impulse. So for this, in a battery characteristics, so for different life cycle, the voltage, discharge voltage will be differs for different life cycle of battery. So let's say here the when the battery is too good, we could see that the curve is like that, the violet one. But when the battery is used for more than 1,000 cycles, we could see this is the curve. So for this, I have extracted the discharge voltage curve from the 30th minute to the 1 hour. That 30 minutes time frame, I have extracted that as a data set for my model. So I have trained my model to predict what is the estimated discharge voltage after the 2 hours of time. So then I can correlate with the discharge capacity. Then I could able to predict the life cycle of a battery just by a linear interpolation formula. So this is the complete architecture of my model. So here I have used a normal voltage sensor, which is an analog. We could able to read that in Arduino Nano 33 sense, which is very normal to read any analog data. So then I have used a normal serial monitor, and I just loaded my data into Excel sheet. Then I have used a MATLAB signal builder, where I could able to simulate different kind of battery discharge voltage curve. Like I have a normal discharge voltage curve, but based on a different papers by referring a different journal papers, I could able to simulate, and I could able to edit and modify curves as per the different cycles. So this can be a 50th life cycle battery, but I want a life cycle battery where it is very poor. So let's say this will be around the life cycle will be around 500. This will be around 200. This will be a very good life cycle. So this is how I just modified the data in a MATLAB signal builder. Then I have extracted back again as a CSV file. Then I have uploaded in the Edge Impulse software. So let's see how I have built it in a Edge Impulse software. So in Edge Impulse software, I have collected a data for different category. So here I have extracted all the data. I just used a raw feature, so I don't want to use any DSP features here. And in the create impulse, I have used a raw data here, and the window size is 28 milliseconds. So obviously, like I collected a 30 minutes of data, but I just set as window time as 28 seconds. So what does that mean? It's like each minute I just converted back, correlate with as a seconds data. So it obviously denotes that 28 minutes data. So I use a regression model. In the normal regression cycle, I use 1,000 training cycles, and the learning rate will be 0.005. And here I use a flattened layer and a dense layer as 20 neurons and another as 10 neurons. So this is how this model will be trained. So it will take around 2 to 3 minutes of time to get trained. So once it's trained, so in an Edge Impulse software, I have uploaded my CSV data here using an upload existing data. And here I could able to choose the CSV files, and I have to enter the label. Here the label is what is the estimated voltage for that graph. I should enter the voltage as 2.75 or 2.79, something like that. So here, like on the MATLAB signal builder, I could able to edit that how this curve will be after 1 hour. So even I know that, okay, by editing that, I could able to know, okay, this is the output voltage of this curve. So I could easily able to extract that into a CSV file, and I can able to enter that estimated voltage after the 1 hour. So I will enter that value here. And in the data acquisition, I have collected all these data here, and we could see that the time frame will be like around 28 seconds. Here I have just converted that 28 minutes data into a 28 second data. Like for each minute, one data sample will be taken. So it's like a 28 sample will be there for 28 minutes. I just used converted into a 28 seconds. So here, this is how the data looks like. So this is a CSV file of the normal battery voltage. Here timestamp and the battery voltage, and Here the timestamp will be in a milliseconds, so 0, 1000, 2000. So I just ended with a 3000, 30,000, and some data will be 28-second data. So in the create impulse, since it is a raw data and I have used a regression model, so I don't want to do anything other than this. And in the regression model, so I have to train my architecture using I have selected a training cycles as 1000 and learning rate as 0.005. And once I started training, I could able to see my on-device performance here. The peak RAM usage will be a 1.4 K and the flash usage will be a 9.6 KB. I also have that some data as for a testing. Here we could able to see how it performs. Yeah, so this is expected outcome as a 2.75 and 2.87. But let's see the average here. The average is 2.76 and here that average is 2.88. So we could able to see it's like a 0.01 deviation, but this can be acceptable here. So my accuracy is 100% here. So after that training my model, I want to deploy back to the Arduino here, and just I did a build and I have already downloaded those files. So I'm just directly going back to the downloads. So where I could able to find examples and source file. So I have used a static buffer code and I have added little my application code like calculating the battery voltage. I need to correlate and using a linear interpolation formula. I just calculated the capacity and also I have calculated the life cycle. So I could suggest like you can use my GitHub code where I have used the complete application here. So you have to include that zip file as a Arduino sketches, and then you can directly use this GitHub code. So here additionally what I have done here is calculating the predicted voltage, then I have correlated and I found out what is the capacity of the battery. Then again I have used a linear interpolation formula, then I have calculated what is the life cycle of that battery. So apart from that, here we could see this is how this MATLAB model will looks like. Here that we could able to see the battery voltage for each one indicates that each minute's data, so that I could able to drag and edit this, and it might looks like a as per different life cycle battery I could able to edit. For this I have referred a different journal paper and a different published one, and I can able to edit according to that, and that's how I have collected my data. And use case of my TinyML application will be like in a EV packing, in a EV cell packing. Let's say when some company is building a BMS pack, they want to estimate what is the life cycle of the battery, or if they want to analyze the quality of the battery, they can use this kind of model where they could able to save around 1.5 hours of time for a single cell. So they can as per the industrial, we could say this is a lot of savings. And also like when someone is trying to recycle the battery from the car, from the EV car, they want to use it for a different application. They know that is already used one, but they want to categorize based on the life cycle. So they can use this kind of approach to predict what is the life cycle in a shorter time. So they can use it for a different applications. So as we see, there was a very big trend is going for just everyone is adapting to the EV technologies now. So I think how to safely reuse those kind of batteries also a very important concern. So according to that only I have designed this model so that anyone can use this kind of approach to predict the life cycle in a shorter time, and they can use it for other real-time applications also. So and apart from this, this application may have different use cases also. Let's say like based on the battery performance, this voltage curve will predict what is the estimated voltage after 1 hour. So let's say in a EV car or a EV scooters, they could able to predict what is the cell voltage after 1 hour of time. So this could able to predict the range of the car or EV scooters after 1 hour of time. So in a real time, we could able to easily predict, and we could able to this will be more accurate compared to the normal conventional method. Hope you liked my project. For embedded machine learning projects and for a different innovative stuffs, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.